Now, I'm going to wait until a few people at least are aware that I'm here. So if I get a couple of thumbs up or comment, so I know that people are actually there. Because I need to set a few things straight. Because I'm getting, frankly, a little tired of this. And at the moment, I don't have any internet at all. So I'm having to tether to my phone, which uses up my data. But I'm trying my best not to eat up all of my data. But this, I couldn't leave this. This needed to be set, because I'm frankly getting really tired now of people think they can blog about me or throw me into blogs about other people and throw my name in there as if I'm in some way connected. So there's a few things that need clearing up, and I'm going to clear it up right now. So there's been this blog written. It's called Andy Saxon and Mo Fias, Menacing Right-Wingers, Should We Care? Now, there was some kind of arguments that was ongoing on Facebook. They were nothing to do with me, right? Nothing at all to do with me. Not my arguments in any way, shape or form. Now, I did get messages at 3 o'clock in the morning from Mo saying, I thought your organisation was anti-bullying. I didn't actually know what he was on about. He sent me some links. As I said to him, I did speak to the people. I did say that I didn't think it was acceptable, certain things. However, he also said that these people had accused me of scamming. I asked him to provide me with screenshots. He said it was fake accounts. I said, but there'd still be screenshots. If people are accusing me of scamming money, there'd still be screenshots. So I wanted to see the screenshots for myself. I can't go around accusing anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. If I can't see the evidence, somebody can't say, oh, by the way, she's scamming money, or you're being accused of it, and then in the next breath not show me any evidence. So there was literally nothing else I could say. Now, I made it very clear, and I was very polite in what I said, when I said, look, this is not my argument, and I want no part in it. I am not getting involved in slanging matches on social media for anybody. Now, as far as I was concerned, that was it, done and dusted. But this article then gets written about all these slanging matches going on. And I'm not going to post it because this is some liberal crybaby who has just decided to chuck my name in for good measure. And I'm not going to give him more views by sharing the article for everybody else to read, giving him a little boost of confidence, because I've read it twice and it says, oh, you've been here before, do come and join us. No. But what I will do is I will tell you that there is, right at the bottom of this, bear with me, there is an email, okay, which I may or may not, I haven't quite decided yet. So it is YAHYASNOW, so yeah, yes, no, at yahoo.co.uk. Now, that's whoever that is that's written this blog has thrown it in there and basically claimed that I haven't been transparent with the money I collect. So let's make something very apparent here, Mr. Yar Snow. I don't collect money. So I could name the people that I raise money for. Caitlin Spencer is a person I can name. Okay, I did raise money for Caitlin. That went directly into Caitlin's bank. Her bank details, not mine. I had nothing at all to do. Not a single penny of that went into my bank account. There are also several girls on my Facebook who I'm not prepared to name, who had a GoFundMe up. I donated to that person's GoFundMe. I equally donated money to her personally. And then on the event that I had in August, yes, people gave me money. And I divided it up between 3 people. One girl's name I will not divulge. But if this person who's written this blog wishes to contact me directly and meet with me publicly, I will open up my bank account on my banking app and I will show you. I will show you personally. But of course, I will want to film you because that person's name is strictly confidential because her life is still in danger. And if you put her name out there, I'm going to put out your identity. I think that's a fair exchange. Now, the only other money that was ever raised was when I held 2 conferences. On each time, I asked people to donate £5 towards the cost of the venue. The people who were there witnessed me go up to the counter. After the donations had been paid in, I settled the balance out of my own pocket. When I held the event in August in London, I paid for all of those rosettes. When the money was donated to me, there was 3 people. I know one lady won't mind me saying, but I'm not going to name her. If those ladies wish to come on and say, yes, she donated to me, that is up to them. But those who were witnesses to it, for example, my partner was witness to it, as was my mother. They witnessed it. I can show you the bank transfers. If you want to meet me, Mr. Yaya Snow, I will show you. But I want your identity in return to ensure that those girls' identities are never revealed. Now that's the deal. Other than that, I do not ask anybody for any money, for any donations of any kind. Nobody goes on my webpage and sees a donate button. It does not exist. I have had people ask me if they can donate. And I have told them, I do not have a donate button. I do not use a donate button. I do not ask anybody for anything. But for me to get dragged in to an argument, Mo does not work with Marius. He has nothing to do with Marius. Yes, he has made videos in the past where he's shown support when I've been helping perhaps Caitlin or maybe another girl. Yes, but that's of his own volition, not of my request. There are only 3 people that actually are actively involved with Marius. One is my admin, Karen. The other is another friend of mine, Suze. Now, Suze does what she can when she can. Karen has a lot going on right now. But when it comes to being hands-on, meeting with these girls and meeting with these people or helping them right now, I can tell you there is a young couple, a young man called William and his partner, who converted to Islam and William became a fundamentalist. They then proceeded to radicalize him until they asked him, told him they could get him a better wife, basically. And I don't think the one thing they didn't account for was William's love for his partner. And at some point, his eyes were opened up and he decided to leave Islam. He now lives in fear for his life. He lives with threats, with nobody to help. I'm in the process right now of getting him out of where he is, him and his partner, out of where he is and to a place of safety so that they can eventually get registered on the housing register and get housing. I've not asked a single person for a single solitary red cent, not a penny. So when I get people come to me, and I'm sorry, but you did do this, Mo, you did. And this isn't me knocking you, but you did. You inboxed me and you told me 2 people you accused. You said that they accused me of scamming. I asked you to provide the evidence, the screenshots where it was being said. You said it was fake profiles. I said, but there still were screenshots. You never produced any of those screenshots. I cannot and will not go around accusing people of things without the evidence to back that up. Because that would make me a bit of an arsehole, quite frankly. But I am sick to death if I'm not having to stand there and continuously defend myself because people keep going on about, oh, Tony Bugle lied about who raped her. Tony Bugle's never lied. It's in my blog. It's on my bloody website, word for word. And let me tell you now, not a quarter of what actually was done to me is on that blog. I have my family on my Facebook. My mother is on my Facebook. So when people come on or in little private group chats and say things like, oh no, not Tony Bugle because she lied about her rape, bloody well inbox me and ask me. Don't go around there snipping around in little quiet corners. If you want to know, grow a set of cojones and ask me, because I'll answer you. And I'll answer you politely. You want my phone number? You want to ring me up? You want to ring me up and ask me? I'll answer you there as well. I have no shame about what was done to me. I have not ever, again, I repeat, for the final time in my life, I have never said I was raped by Muslims. Never have I said that. Now, I have explained until I am blue in the face where that came from and how it came about. And it was the way a video was titled by somebody else and not me. So no, I never lied at all. If you want, you can come to Skegness with me, which is where I gave a statement. You can sit and read every gory, sordid detail if you so please. I have nothing to hide. It is not my shame, and how dare anybody think that they can keep bringing my rape up and using it as an excuse, whether it's an excuse to throw a punch at a person that I don't particularly like. That doesn't mean you get to use my rape to throw a punch at somebody because you wanted to throw a punch at somebody. I don't agree with that. Or whether you want to use it because you have an issue with me and you want to make out that I've said something I've never said. You don't get my ownership of what happened to me. Just because it's in the public domain, you don't own it. It didn't happen to you. It happened to me. You don't take ownership of that. But if you want answers, ask me. So that's point one. Mr. Yaya Snow, with your little blog, don't drag me into your shit. And yes, you did get in a car. Clearly, you went up mob-handed because you were videoing out of the passenger window mode. So somebody else was driving, you went up mob-handed. What is wrong with you people? You talk about free speech. I see it all the time. People bang on about free speech, free speech. But what you really mean is free speech so long as it's speech you agree with. Nobody can have an opinion that doesn't represent your opinion, because if they do, they're liberal lefties. Or they're infiltrators. They can't just have a difference of opinion, can they? They can't just not agree with you, can they? How many people on my Facebook whose opinions I don't share? Somebody else has tried to and bring me into their argument. Wanted me to attack somebody that happens to be a friend of mine. I don't share my friend's views. But they are not my views. But they are entitled to their views, even if I don't agree with them. I thought we were the advocates of free speech. We moan about the left wanting to control our free speech, but you all want to control each other's free speech. There is also a huge difference, a vast difference between free speech and racist comments. Huge difference. You can say whatever you want to say in a constructive way. Does it mean you all have to get abusive? No. I am sick to death of, number one, being dragged into arguments that are not my arguments. If they're not my arguments, keep me the hell out of it, because I want no part in it. Number two, Yaya Snow. I don't collect money from anybody. I have collected money for somebody, and it went directly into their account. I have given money to girls who have been raped in ways that you could never begin to imagine. I have equally given refuge to a Somalian lady who was a Muslim fleeing honor-based violence. But you don't write about that shit, do you? You don't want to write about that. That doesn't suit your narrative. Funnily enough, I never asked her for any money either. I gave her a place to stay, a place of safety, a bed to sleep in, so that her family couldn't continue beating her. But hey, don't you write about that now, will you? Because that's a step too close for the truth. Why write about the truth when you can write about bullshit and lies? If you want to write a blog about me, why don't you come meet me? Sit down with me. Then if you write a blog and it's really derogatory about me, well, do you know what? You're entitled to your opinion about me. I can live with that. I'm a big girl. I've got broad shoulders, even if I have lost a stone and a half. I can take it. Can you? So, Mr. Yarstone, if you want this information, meet me. Then write about me. But don't drag me into other people's arguments. And don't accuse me of collecting money when it's not true. You know nothing of what I do. You know nothing of the people whose lives I've helped either change or save. And I do it all without blowing my trumpet all over social media every 2 minutes. I ask for no pat on the back, no accolades. I do not ask to be put on a pedestal and held up like a demigod either. I do it because it is the right thing to do, be it a Muslim woman being beaten, be it a victim of forced marriage, be it a girl raped by Muslim men, because I noticed how you very aptly said that this was only targeted at men with Muslim-sounding names. Muslim-sounding. No, these were Muslim men. And do you know when that Sikh man was involved? I called him a Sikh. When he was a Catholic priest, I called him Catholic priest. If it's a white guy, I'm going to call him a white guy. And if he insisted on being Christian first and foremost above all else, I'd call him a white Christian guy. The only person with double standards here is you, Mr. Yar Snow. So I won't be sharing your website on here. There's not a cat in hell's chance I am going to give you that and boost your viewing. Nor will it be going out on my Twitter, because there's not a cat in hell's chance that I'm going to give you another big boost there either. But I can tell you this. I know me. I know the truth. And so do those who know me. And every girl who is on here, and there are many, many girls on my Facebook that I have helped. I don't name them either. And if they ever choose to turn around and say, I'm one of those girls, that's their choice. I have met some of the bravest women you could ever imagine. Torren Watson. What a woman. What an amazing, amazing, brave, courageous mother. For all of you who don't know who Torren is, she's a lot more now than just the mother of Becky. She is my friend too. Her daughter was groomed at the age of 11 by Muslim men. She was trafficked from the age of 11. At the age of 13, she was killed. And the media called it a prank that went wrong. And she has got dignity and pride and respect and courage beyond anything I've ever seen. She is one of the most courageous women I know. Along with every other girl who fights and fights and fights to be a survivor. They have courage, immeasurable courage, the likes of which you, Yas, know, would probably never recognize if he jumped up and slapped you in your ridiculous face. Keep me out of everybody else's petty arguments. If you wish to write a blog about me, fine, do it. But don't join me in to some crap that went on that had jack shit to do with me. And don't accuse me of collecting money and that I need to be more transparent. If I was any more transparent, they'd change my name to Cellophane. I'm the most transparent person out there. But I am sick of having to either defend the fact that because some arsehole in a group chat has turned around and mentioned my name and somebody else goes, oh, no, she lied about her rape. You don't know me and you don't get ownership of my rape. If you spend more time focusing on actually helping people, and I mean actually helping people, instead of being out on the streets trapping your mouths up, actually did something that actually changed somebody's life or helped somebody, then maybe you get to stand in judgment over me. But until that time comes, you don't get to do that. And who I'm talking about, I'm not going to name, but you know who you are. You know who you are. Now you see, I got broad shoulders and I've got a heart the size of a lion. You want to ask those questions, got a backbone and ask me instead of snide, underhanded comments in little group chats like a bunch of giggling kids in a playground. People within this so-called movement need to grow up. There are little girls out there as young as 11, 12 and 13 being forced to behave in ways that you could never imagine and then lose their childhood just like that while you lot are all out there bouncing around like a bunch of grown-up children. It's ridiculous. So, I think that was transparent enough. Don't you? I think I was crystal cellophane clear there. I don't think I could be any more clear. Call me cling film. Other than that, my move went well. It was a difficult move. I didn't go public? No, I admit I did not go public, and I did not tell anybody that I had been followed home by an extremely dangerous, radical, extreme Muslim man. And that, yes, at that moment in time, my life was in danger. I didn't shut my mouth up about it. I did what I had to do, and I moved. But I didn't whine, I didn't bitch, I didn't complain every 2 minutes. I just got on and did what I needed to do. Why don't you write about that, Yo-Yo Snow? Why don't you, in all your little group chats, talk about that? I am so sick and tired to the back teeth of the patheticness that I see. The arguments, the petty squabbling, the ridiculous things that people want to argue over, that then want to drag me into the same argument. This is not a playground. If it's a playground you want, go back to school. This is the real world. Real people are suffering. Real people like William, who contacted me, and his partner are suffering. They need help. And I will do everything that I can within my power to help them. What exactly will you do? Other than sit there and either snipe about me, write about me, or drag me into some petty crap. Just imagine the differences we could make if we all actually stopped running our gums and actually did something. Wouldn't that be such an amazing thing to see? So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I hope all you men and women that are in love, which I'm very fortunate to be able to say I am, and I am very fortunate to have a very caring, loving partner. And I hope all of those who don't have that had somebody within your family that cared enough to do something for you. Because for many years I sent my daughter Valentine's cards, even when she was a little girl, even when she was at junior school, senior school. And sometimes I might buy her a rose. I just never told her who it was from. It was just a question mark. There are always things we can do, and people could actually do something if they would just stop sniping for 5 minutes, stop arguing. And yes, I agree, there are too many people out there with their hands held out, all wanting to be paid to turn up at a demo. So sorry, unless you're going to actually put that to good use, I think it's wrong morally. Now that is my opinion. Not everybody will agree with me. Not everybody will share my views, and that's fine too. But that's my free speech. We fight for free speech. People need to stop telling everybody else that their free speech is only the free speech that they want them to have. You may not always like people's views. You can unfriend, you can block, you can move. You do not have to engage. If you don't share somebody's opinion, say nothing. If you're going to have a discussion and a debate, have a civil discussion and debate. But you have to be able to respect that if you can't respect each other's free speech, you can't moan when the left want to shut down everybody else's free speech, apart from theirs. Because it makes us hypocrites. And I thought we were all smarter than that. But maybe I was wrong. I don't know. But, oh, look at that. It's my Miss Follinsby. I'm going to ring you when I hang up on you. I'm going to give you a little tour. Although people can see, look, this is it's my back door. Haven't got any curtains yet. Can't afford them at the moment, but we'll be getting curtains, obviously. But you can see the shadow. And for all of those who saw my lovely, bright, coloured sofa, I'm sure it's not to everybody's taste, but I love it. But I'm going to give you a quick bell, give you a little tour. You still have to ignore some of the packing boxes lying around. Other than that, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, including those who don't have anybody to say happy Valentine's Day to. Just remember, even ugly people need to be loved. And when I say ugly, I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about in here. You know, we've all loved an ugly person at some point in our life. I'm going to have my cup of tea. I give my dads a little tour before I resign to my bedroom and a movie, a bit of peace, a bit of quiet. Have a great night. Hope you've all had a fantastic day. Hope the ladies were spoiled, and I hope the men got spoiled by the ladies too. It's a two-way street. For now, I bid you all a good night. Take care, stay safe, be good. Bye.